It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we'll see.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Back to throw here. That's taken in by Kraft. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The NightHawks offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nifty move. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Portland football here, ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Brooks. Touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He's got his man in the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hits your tight end. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Getting home that time to Marvin Overshow.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 25, here's second down and 1.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Newman.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Adafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. The Jaguars don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. In the first half, it was Jonathan Brooks who had it working. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and 9 now. Got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
That's pulled in by Brooks. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second down. Back to throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second and 4. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from capturing the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Back to throw now on first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. In motion right, that's Harrison. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And out now come the Cowboys.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. They'll set up a throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. 4 yards the pickup, first down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. That's complete to Mooney. And able
able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go through with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick here is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 4, 55 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Flushed out right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Dallas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.